Leanna Lene's marriage to Travis Hunter has been a lie from the very start, and she's hinted at it before.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
But now, everything's spilling out in court, with her marriage collapsing after being caught cheating. Word is she's breaking down and finally exposing her true intentions with Travis. Spoiler, it had nothing to do with love and everything to do with his money. Let me break it down. Travis Hunter's perfect storm. The bright lights of Jacksonville's TAA Bank Field have witnessed countless moments of athletic greatness, but nothing could have prepared the football world for the off-field drama that would engulf one of the NFL's most promising young stars. At the center of this storm are two young people whose love story has become a battleground for public opinion. Travis Hunter, the Jacksonville Jaguars rookie and former Heisman Trophy winner, and Leanna Lene, the 23-year-old social media influencer who became Mrs. Hunter in May 2025. Their relationship represents everything that can go right and wrong with modern celebrity romance. Hunter, at just 22 years old, has achieved the pinnacle of college football success and entered the NFL as one of the most decorated prospects in recent memory. Lene, a savvy content creator with a growing social media following, seemed like the perfect partner for a young athlete navigating the complexities of fame. The couple married in May 2025 and honeymooned in Turks and Caicos shortly after. But what should have been the beginning of a beautiful journey together has instead become a masterclass in how quickly public perception can shift when rumors, speculation, and unverified claims take on a life of their own. The genesis of their relationship reads like a modern romance novel, complete with missed connections, second chances, and the kind of social media origin story that has become increasingly common in the digital age. Hunter first reached out to Lene via Instagram DMs around 2020 to 2021. The timing, as they say.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months. And then finally I answered him.
Is everything in matters of the heart.
But as soon as we met in person, we just instantly chemistry.
The couple began dating in February 2022 after a group dinner, with Lene describing meeting him as feeling like a sleepover with your best friend. What followed was a whirlwind courtship that played out increasingly in the public eye, with both individuals building their brands and sharing their journey with millions of followers across various social media platforms. To understand the magnitude of what's unfolded, we need to delve deeper into the remarkable journey of Travis Hunter Jr. Born May 18, 2003, a professional American football player for the Jacksonville Jaguars, selected second overall in the 2025 NFL Draft. Hunter represents something truly extraordinary in the world of football. The only player in college football history to win both the Chuck Bednarik Award for Top Defensive Player and Fred Biletnikoff Award for Best Wide Receiver. His rare two-way ability as both a wide receiver and cornerback has made him a generational talent that comes along perhaps once in a lifetime. Hunter's path to stardom wasn't without its challenges. Born in West Palm Beach, Florida, and raised there until moving to Atlanta, Georgia, near the end of 8th grade, he lived with Frontia Fountain, an assistant coach at Collins Hill High School in Suwanee, Georgia, for 2 years. At Collins Hill High School, his dominance was undeniable across multiple seasons. As a sophomore, Hunter led Gwinnett County with 7 interceptions, while recording 49 receptions for 919 yards and 12 touchdowns. His junior year was even more spectacular: 8 interceptions and 51 tackles defensively, while setting county records with 137 receptions for 1,746 yards and 24 touchdowns, earning him Max Prep's Georgia Player of the Year honors and leading his team to a 12-3 record and the Class 7A state championship game. Despite missing 5 games due to injury during his senior year, Hunter still managed 76 receptions for 1,128 yards and 10 touchdowns, plus 23 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. In the state championship game, he delivered a performance for the ages: 10 catches for 153 yards and 1 touchdown, plus a forced fumble, securing a perfect 15-0 record and title. Hunter finished high school having broken the Georgia state record for career receiving touchdowns with 48, accumulated 3,807 receiving yards on 263 catches for a 14.5 yards per catch average. His college career began at Jackson State under coach Deion Sanders, where as a freshman in 2022, Hunter played 7 games, recording 18 receptions for 188 yards and 4 touchdowns on offense, while contributing 19 tackles, 8 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 defensive touchdown on defense. When Sanders transferred to Colorado, Hunter followed, and that's where his legend truly began. In 2023 at Colorado, Hunter played 9 games despite missing 3 due to a lacerated liver from a hit during the Colorado State game. He recorded 57 receptions for 721 yards and 5 touchdowns on offense, while adding 30 tackles and 3 interceptions on defense, totaling totaling 1,036 snaps. His performance earned him consensus All-American honors, second-team All-Pac-12 recognition, and the Paul Hornung Award for Most Versatile Player. But it was his 2024 season that truly cemented his legacy. Hunter recorded 96 receptions for 1,258 yards and 15 touchdowns, leading the Big 12 in both receptions and touchdowns, while also contributing 36 tackles and 4 interceptions defensively across nearly 1,400 snaps. His remarkable performance helped Colorado achieve a 9-3 record and an Alamo Bowl berth. The awards came pouring in, the 2024 Heisman Trophy, making him the first defensive player to win since 1997, with 552 first-place votes and 2,231 points. He also claimed the Chuck Bednarik Award, Fred Biletnikoff Award, AP Player of the Year, and Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, becoming the first player to win both the Bednarik and Biletnikoff Awards. Hunter's college career totals are staggering: 272 receptions for 3,963 yards and 48 touchdowns across 40 games, plus 2 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. Selected second overall by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 2025 NFL Draft after a trade with the Cleveland Browns, Hunter entered the professional ranks with astronomical expectations. Fan opinions about Hunter's football abilities have been overwhelmingly positive, with many hailing him as a generational talent. NFL potential has been a major talking point, with fans declaring him league winner, heavily involved, and best overall player, draft him #1. However, not all opinions have been positive. Some critics have labeled him Travis the Hype Job Hunter, solid WR bad corner, Heisman was a heist, and most overrated player in this draft. Position concerns have also emerged, with some fans arguing doesn't have the technique, not a good route runner, can't hang with WRs, and questioning his ability to maintain two-way play in the NFL. Wear and tear worries persist. College and HS he can play both. NFL, every dude is a specialist, too risky. While Hunter was building his football legacy, his future wife was carving out her own path in the digital world. Leanna Lenny, born November 25, 2001 near London, England, moved to the US as a child and settled in Georgia. Her diverse heritage includes Black, Mexican, and Filipino ancestry, and she graduated from Kennesaw State University in 2022 with a bachelor's degree. She built her career as a social media influencer and content creator, focusing on lifestyle and motivational content across TikTok and Instagram platforms. The couple launched a joint YouTube channel in October 2022, sharing vlogs about their daily life, travels, and major milestones. This collaborative approach to content creation would become both a strength and a vulnerability in their relationship, as it provided transparency and connection with fans, while also opening every aspect of their lives to public scrutiny and judgment. Hunter proposed to Lene in February 2024 with a diamond ring, and she posted 1,000,000 times yes.
Good morning. We're at the spa. This is gonna be it's our engagement celebration weekend. We're doing girls.
The engagement seemed to solidify what fans saw as a genuine love story between two young people navigating the complexities of fame together. The unraveling. The first signs of trouble came during Hunter's Heisman Trophy ceremony in December 2024, that the first significant cracks in their public image began to show. At Hunter's Heisman ceremony, Lene was heavily criticized for her resting face and not standing immediately when Deion Sanders urged her to do so. She responded dismissively when Sanders asked her to stand, which fueled early gold digger accusations from fans and observers. The moment, captured on national television, sparked immediate and intense backlash from fans who interpreted her reaction as disinterested, disrespectful, or unsupportive. Hunter, ever the protective boyfriend, defended her on Twitch, saying, "I know what I got. My girl's been with me for 5 years." This incident would prove to be a harbinger of the intense scrutiny that would follow the couple throughout their relationship and into their marriage. The couple proceeded with their wedding on May 24, 2025, at the barn at Faith Farms in Tennessee. The ceremony featured a black and white theme, with their first dance to Alicia Keys' "If I Ain't Got You," and concluded with fireworks. Hunter surprised his new bride with a $200K plus Mercedes AMG G63 Brabus as a wedding gift, a gesture that should have been seen as romantic but instead sparked further controversy. One crucial detail about their wedding became a major point of contention. No prenup was reportedly signed, sparking immediate concerns among fans and financial experts. This led to divorce attorney James Sexton offering free prenups to 2025 NFL draftees, warning against Hunter's mistake. Fans immediately reacted with comments like, "Here comes the divorce papers." The newlyweds seemed determined to silence their critics, honeymooning in Turks and Caicos and sharing intimate glimpses of their two-story suite and romantic moments. Subsequently, they made a big purchase together.
Hello.
Welcome to our crib.
The house, which cost $3.275 million, is a 13-room home in Jacksonville on 7.5 acres, featuring 7 bedrooms, a pool, tennis court, and 4-car garage. Yet even these seemingly positive developments were met with skepticism from fans who questioned whether Lené's motives were genuine or financial. The breaking point in public perception came in July 2025 when a video that would change everything surfaced on social media. Lené posted a December 2024 video of herself crying, overlaid with motivational audio about spiritual growth.
And when God gets ready to make you a great woman, you'll know he's going to make you great by how you suffer. The greater the glory, the more intense the story. Because you can't get this all out of a book.
The caption read, "I don't even recognize this girl anymore, devoting your life to Jesus." The video went viral and became the beginning of a relentless avalanche of rumors, speculation, and increasingly outlandish claims about their marriage. Fans immediately began speculating about infidelity and marital strife, with comments flooding in like, "The divorce is coming." The speculation was so intense that one fan commented, "A lil birdie told me she wants a divorce." Rumors escalated with increasingly wild claims. Hunter filing for divorce after discovering explicit DMs or pregnancy by a teammate, Lené demanding $20M, $40M in divorce settlements, leading to Hunter's supposed bankruptcy. The digital rumor mill began working overtime, producing content that ranged from plausible speculation to complete fabrication, all designed to capitalize on the public's insatiable appetite for celebrity drama. The transformation of their relationship narrative from inspiring love story to tabloid fodder represents everything wrong with modern celebrity culture. Here was a couple who had been transparent about their journey, sharing their struggles and triumphs through their joint YouTube channel, only to watch that openness be weaponized against them by content creators, seeking viral moments and engagement metrics. Claims emerged of Lené changing her last name just in time for a settlement, and accusations of her ignoring Hunter's kiss at their wedding. The wedding kiss incident in particular became a viral moment that was dissected frame by frame, with viewers interpreting Lené's body language as evidence of relationship problems. Some people claimed that evidence like text messages and a recorded call suggested Hunter concealed funds in overseas accounts and shell companies existed. Facebook posts began circulating claiming Hunter had officially announced that he has filed for divorce, though no such announcement had been made. The false announcement phenomenon highlights the dangerous game of telephone that social media has become, where rumors can be transformed into facts through repetition and sharing, regardless of their basis in reality. Lipstick Alley forums became hotbeds of speculation, with users sharing theories about Lené's motivations and Hunter's naivety. These forums, known for their unfiltered celebrity gossip, provided a platform for the most extreme theories and accusations, often without any regard for factual accuracy or the potential harm to the individuals involved. The lack of a prenup became a central focus of the speculation. Reports that Jaguars superstar Rookie did not have his new wife sign a prenup agreement sparked discussions about financial vulnerability and potential exploitation. Financial experts and armchair analysts alike weighed in on the potential consequences of this decision, often treating it as evidence of Hunter's poor judgment or Lené's manipulative planning. However, Lené has come out to clarify the rumors, stating that the viral crying video was from December 2024, predating their wedding, and that it focused on her personal spiritual growth rather than marital issues. The couple's attempts to counter the negative narrative seemed to fuel more speculation. In August 2025, they adopted an Abyssinian kitten named Uno, sharing the moment via TikTok video with both of them smiling. Some fans saw this as genuine evidence of stability, while others interpreted even this innocent moment as calculated damage control. Supporters have defended the couple with comments like, "Leave her alone," and seeing her as authentic, with some calling it true love. Angel Reese publicly supported Lené, saying, "So proud of you," while Hunter's mother called their a marriage divine. However, the negative reactions have been far more prevalent and vocal. The gold digger accusations have been persistent, focusing on the lack of prenup, the expensive home purchase, and what critics see as financial demands. Fans have predicted quick divorce with comments like, "She's setting up her exit," and questioning her motives throughout their relationship. Critics have labeled her with harsh terms like horrible wag, insane psycho, and awful wife choice, with many predicting a quick split due to their young age and the pressures of fame. The emotional video sparked additional divorce-coming concerns, with fans commenting struggling and suffering despite her clarifications. The irony of the situation cannot be overstated. Here was a young man who had achieved everything he had dreamed of professionally, becoming the first player to win both the Bednarik and Biletnikoff awards, earning the Heisman Trophy, and being selected second overall in the NFL draft. Yet the very success that should have brought him joy had instead made him a target for speculation, gossip, and accusations. Xavier Worthy and the Chiefs scandal that rocked the Super Bowl. While Travis Hunter's drama played out through viral videos and social media speculation, another young NFL, Xavier Worthy, was dealing with his own relationship crisis that would explode into public consciousness with devastating legal consequences.
The Buffalo Bills have traded the 28th pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the 28th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the back-to-back Super Bowl champions Kansas City Chiefs select Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, a 21-year-old wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs and former University of Texas star, became embroiled in a high-profile personal scandal in early 2025. The timing couldn't have been worse. Worthy was preparing for Super Bowl licks, where the Chiefs faced the Philadelphia Eagles, when his personal life imploded in spectacular fashion. The relationship between Worthy and Tia Jones had all the hallmarks of a modern NFL romance. The couple met in late 2023 at a steakhouse in Austin, began dating in spring 2024, and got engaged in July 2024 with a romantic beach proposal. On the surface, it appeared to be the perfect pairing. A rising NFL star fresh off being drafted by the defending Super Bowl champions, and a track and field athlete specializing in hurdles, both young, ambitious, and seemingly devoted to each other.
So how did you guys meet? How did we end up here? Okay, so another funny story. He DM'd me before, but I didn't respond.
Weeks later, they ran into each other at a restaurant.
And he saw me like, I've been looking for you. Because when we talked about it down the line, he was like, he DM'd me before and I was kind of dry. And he was like, I was gonna try again. And he was like, coincidentally, we saw each other that day. And then he was just a gentleman, he asked me out on a date.
But as with so many of these stories, the surface appearance masked a much darker reality underneath. Worthy had purchased a $2 million home in Georgetown, Texas, initially at Jones's request, but titled it in his name. This detail would later become crucial in the legal battle that followed. The first signs of trouble emerged in fall 2024, when what Jones would later characterize as domestic violence incidents began occurring. According to court documents, Jones alleged that Worthy became violent during arguments, with incidents including being pushed to the ground after an argument, being choked and slammed on a bed during a dispute over his alleged cheating on Christmas 2024, and having her throat grabbed and being shaken amid accusations of her infidelity on Valentine's Day 2025. Worthy would later deny these allegations completely, calling them fabricated attempts to damage his reputation and career. What makes the Worthy case particularly fascinating and disturbing is the role that technology and private investigation played in unraveling the truth. While focused on Super Bowl preparations, Worthy hired a private investigator after growing suspicious of Jones's behavior. The decision to bring in professional help would prove to be both vindication and catalyst for the explosive events that followed. On February 23, 2025, the private investigator allegedly provided video evidence of Jones cheating with her personal trainer. Armed with this evidence, Worthy confronted his fiancée and repeatedly asked her to leave the home they shared over the next 12 days, even offering to pay for an apartment relocation. But Jones refused to go quietly into the night, setting the stage for a confrontation that would ultimately land Worthy in handcuffs. On March 7, 2025, an argument erupted, allegedly because Jones felt ignored after a long day of practice. What happened next depends entirely on whose version of events you believe. According to Worthy's account, Jones destroyed his game room, including a gaming desk and console, stole $30,000 in cash from a closet, a handgun, scratched his face, and pulled out chunks of his hair. He called the police but chose not to press charges, hoping to resolve the matter quietly and avoid negative attention that could jeopardize his career and endorsements. Jones, however, told a completely different story to law enforcement. She accused Worthy of mistreatment, claiming he choked her, slammed her against walls, threw her to the ground, and impeded her breathing. She claimed she feared for her life and had to contact a neighbor for help after. Worthy took her phone, iPad, and computer. Based on her account, Worthy was arrested on a third-degree felony charge of mistreatment on a family household member impeding breathing or circulation. The arrest sent shockwaves through the NFL community. Here was a rookie who had just completed a successful first season helping the Chiefs to their third consecutive Super Bowl appearance, suddenly facing serious criminal charges that could derail his career before it had truly begun. But the story was far from over. On March 8th, Williamson County DA Sean Dick declined to pursue charges after further investigation, including testimony from a third-party witness. The decision to drop charges suggested that the the prosecutor's office had significant doubts about the veracity of Jones's allegations. However, Jones obtained a temporary protective order against Worthy on March 12, providing texts, photos, recordings, and medical records to support her claims. Worthy's legal team characterized the protective order as a media ploy and accused Jones of stealing items while Worthy was jailed. The situation reached its climax when Worthy decided to go on the offensive. He filed a lawsuit against Jones for mistreatment, battery, theft, defamation, and extortion, seeking $250,000, $1 million in damages. The lawsuit alleged that Jones had schemed to extort the home, money, cars, and valuables by fabricating abuse stories and leaking them to the press. Worthy claimed over $150,000 in stolen, destroyed property and provided photos of his injuries, scratches, hair loss, and damage to support his version of events. The lawsuit painted a picture of calculated manipulation, alleging that rather than leave and separate amicably, Jones became enraged and engaged in a series of abusive, extortive efforts against Worthy. According to the lawsuit, the destruction was extensive and deliberate. Jones allegedly destroyed his game room, including his gaming desk and console, a PlayStation 5, and damaged the key to his Rolls Royce. Then she attacked him, scratching his face and ripping out his hair in big chunks, forcing him to shave all his hair off. The lawsuit alleged that she then told police a completely different story, got him arrested, ran to the courthouse where she lied to a judge to get a temporary restraining order, went back to his house where she continued her destructive behavior, stole his money and jewelry, and attempted to ruin his reputation and career. Over $300,000 worth of jewelry was reported missing, along with tens of thousands of dollars in cash. Worthy also requested a temporary protective order against Jones to stay away from him and his property. By April 8, 2025, the couple reached an agreement, dropping all legal cases against each other. While no details of the settlement were disclosed, the resolution came as a relief to Worthy, who could finally focus on his football career without the specter of legal proceedings hanging over his head. However, the damage to his reputation and the emotional toll of the ordeal would likely linger far longer than any court case. Many fans praised Worthy for hiring a private investigator and handling the situation maturely, seeing the alleged cheating as a major fumble by Jones given his rising stardom. Other fans expressed their anger more directly. "A woman will be your downfall if you chose the wrong one. Xavier Worthy is now free." Critics of Jones were harsh in their assessment. "Old girl cheated on Worthy, was caught on camera, hurt bro, attempting to extort bro, pulled the plug on that nightcrawler." However, the case also highlighted the serious issue of domestic violence allegations in professional sports. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.